So the main question is the New Balance 2002R an excellent shoe for summer? Let's find out. So in case you're new to the channel, my name is Oliver. I love talking about sneakers ever since I was a kid, and now I have the chance to do that on YouTube. So I'm really excited to share what I know about sneaker design, sneaker history, and also just share my passion for shoes. So if you like that type of stuff, feel free to subscribe. So the 2002R actually has some pretty interesting beginnings. Initially, this shoe was released back in 2020 as the 2002R, but actually the first version of the shoe came out back in 2010 as the 2002. So the first New Balance 2002 was New Balance's way of pushing the envelope in terms of both the engineering aspect of the shoe, as well as providing excellent quality materials. But the problem with that is by having such high quality, they also introduced an extremely high price point. So as a result of that, the shoe didn't do very well because it was extremely expensive. It retailed for $249.99. At the time, people probably just didn't want to pay that much money for a pair of shoes. So fast forward now from 2010 to 2020, we now have this 2002R. This is kind of like the revised version of the 2010 model. They actually removed the forefoot cushioning unit. They also stopped manufacturing this in the USA and then outsourced it over to Asia. And as a result of this, they were able to lower the cost of the shoe from $250 at the time down to $140 now. So for this particular shoe, it wasn't just the price that actually helped bring the shoe to the masses. It was also the effect of having insane amount of hype for different collaborations. So at the time, Salehe Bembury was the vice president of men's footwear for Versace, and he actually partnered with New Balance to create the Peace Be the Journey edition of this shoe. That shoe was definitely the definition of breaking necks because it was insanely bright. It was a very bold take on a very, I guess, otherwise muted shoe. Essentially, it helped reintroduce everyone to the 2002 model and really helped bring a lot of energy to the 2002R. So another set of shoes that helped keep the hype for the 2002R going all the way up until now has definitely been the Refined Future Pack released back in 2021. So Yue Wu, a designer for New Balance, actually created an amazing set of shoes to try to blend the futuristic look of the 2002R with that deconstructed type of look that you only get when you wear the shoes for a very long time. So he actually blended those two, created a juxtaposition of those principles, and resulted in one of the best shoes ever made in 2021. So I think the shoe was actually put up for Sneaker of the Year for 2021. It was a great shoe and definitely was worthy of all the praise that it got. So the one pair I wish I had from the Refined Future Pack was actually just the Rain Cloud colorway. I tried to hit on them on like newbalance.com and all the raffles, but of course I took an L on everything. So if I could get those, that would be sick. But the problem is the price is like so high nowadays. So to continue on with the success of the Refined Future Pack, in 2022, we're gonna have the second iteration. Those are gonna come with a dark navy pair, a Japan colorway, as well as this bright orange pair. And I think those will be a little bit easier to get, hopefully. Resale prices aren't too bad on those at the moment, but hopefully they have a broader release in the States soon. With all the hype aside, is this shoe actually worth it? And I think my answer to that is I would say if you really want a very minimal sneaker with great cushioning as well as some really good breathability, I think this is the shoe for you. So if we look at the shoe itself, we have an upper that consists primarily of these panels of suede, as well as these underlays of mesh that help provide extremely good breathability. So in addition to the breathability of the shoe, we also have a lot of cushioning of the heel in the form of Absorb SBS. So we no longer have that forefoot cushioning unit that was found on the original shoe. Now we just have Absorb foam in the forefoot, which is still pretty good. So going to the outsole, it's fairly durable. It's covered in this endurance type of rubber. We also have the stability web, which helps provide some good arch support. So you have really good heel to toe transitions. So this shoe retails for $140, like I mentioned before, and I probably wouldn't pay much more than that, honestly. I think that this shoe is a great shoe to have if you can find it for a pretty cheap price. Sometimes on Finish Line, you can find them for as low as like $110. But I think my one gripe with this shoe is actually just the durability. I'm really afraid of the mesh paneling, like my foot just like ripping through it if I take a bad step or something. It's a little bit flimsy. And also, I think that the shoe itself is like a little bit prone to getting dirty too, especially in this particular colorway. But that's not the shoe's fault. I guess I just picked a very clean shoe to have. So I guess one of the major downsides to having this type of suede on a shoe is that it's actually pretty difficult to clean. Try not to get these too dirty because otherwise they won't look so great after a bad day. So to answer the question, I think this is an excellent shoe to have for summertime. It's extremely lightweight, it's very comfortable, it's also extremely breathable. Definitely not one to get super dirty, but definitely for summertime, it'll look super clean. I'm hoping to score more pairs of 2002 Rs for this year. There's definitely been the suede pack as well as the refined future pack 2 that's coming out soon this year. So looking forward to getting those in hand. If you have any other sneaker picks for summer 2022, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. And also let me know if you'd like me to review any other shoes too. Alright, well thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support on the videos so far. You guys have been great. I've gotten a lot of feedback on the videos. YouTube is definitely a really hard thing and I'm trying to get better at it video by video. So if you have any feedback or comments, please leave them in the comment section below and let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching again and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.